Hey everybody, it's Gamalad, and wow, we have a ton of news coming out of Japan and North America about the Friends of Mineral Town remake. Well, let's talk about the North American news before we take a deep dive into the latest gameplay news. This morning, XSEED Games have announced that they will be the ones localizing this remake of Story of Seasons, Friends of Mineral Town. While most of us saw this coming and knew that XSEED would be acting as the localization on this game, there are still a lot of people to this day who believe that Natsume still has any continued involvement in the Bokujo series. Hopefully this bit of news will finally show that Natsume's games are not related to the mainline series in any way. But with that out of the way, best of luck to you, Natsume. And also, if you have any questions or want to know more about that, I have a video popping up right about now discussing more of the name change and why Harvest Moon is no longer called Harvest Moon and is now Story of Seasons. It's about an 8-minute video and goes into the detail as to what happened between Marvelous and Natsume and how XSEED got involved. But on to the gameplay side of it. So last night we got a first look as to how the Friends of Mineral Town remake will look in motion, and I gotta say, I was actually surprised. The screenshots in the Famitsu article really didn't do the game any justice whatsoever. The game looks refined and polished, and looks like a faithful adaptation of the Game Boy Advance version. I have seen a lot of people iffy on the art direction for this game, but when it comes to the game models, I feel like the chibi art style fits the Friends of Mineral Town remake they're going for. While it would have been nice to see Mineral Town in more of a realistic style, I feel like doing it this way manages to preserve a lot of the charm from the original GBA release. And before we get any further, yes, I know that Mineral Town is a remake of Back to Nature, but Marvelous has made it a point to say that Mineral Town is the inspiration for this remake. The gameplay, however, is something that has me interested the most. It looks like this game will be continuing on with the gameplay trend started in Story of Seasons 2015, and will stay true to the original tile-by-tile gameplay of the original. I'm not fully against this, as playing through the Doraemon Story of Seasons demo made me really nostalgic for the older style of gameplay. Some people may be turned off by it not being completely streamlined like the last two Story of Seasons games, but I feel like the style of gameplay in this might work more because of the fact the harvest sprites are back and they can work on your farm. Really, this remake to me looks really good. It has me excited to see what other new stuff will be added into this game and what else will be different. Something I hope they incorporate is to tie up a lot of loose ends from the original release. Friends of Mineral Town had a lot of depressing villager events, as a lot were built around broken families, or trying to basically find a cure for a terminal disease for a loved one. It would be cool if some of these characters can be brought back so we can see closure to some of those events. Plus, it will go a long way for the narrative. And they could add a bachelorette or bachelor or two into the game. Oh yeah, speaking of which, there will be new bachelors and bachelorettes in this game, or at least one new bachelor and bachelorette. We still don't know who they are, what they look like. Some people are theorizing their characters from other Bokujo games, but unfortunately we won't know until more information comes out about that. I won't do a video on that. I plan to only do videos on more of the big Story of Seasons news. So I'll probably tweet about it if anything comes out about the new Bachelor and Bachelorette. I've been going on a tweet storm about this game lately, so you can go ahead and follow me at Gamalad on Twitter. Yeah, a little shameless plugging for my social media. Oh, and if you want to talk more about this with me, I'm also on Discord. Link will be in the description below. Don't know why I'm mentioning this now. I'm going to mention it at the end of the video, but still, let's talk more about the story for a second. Apparently, it's going to be identical to their GBA counterparts. Play as the guy, while you'll inherit the farm from the old owner who passed away. Play as the girl, will have fun being tricked into selling your city apartment to move into a rundown farm, and try and murder the mayor right afterwards. So there we have it. This is all we really know about the Friends of Mineral Town remake. It's coming out in October in Japan. We don't have any news on a release date from XSEED about the North American launch, but hey, I'm actually really excited for this. So I don't know when this game will probably come out in North America. If I had to guess, it's not this year. If XSEED somehow manages to put that game out with so many games they're putting out this year, I would actually be a bit worried, because I believe it would probably cannibalize Rune Factory 4S's sales, or Rune Factory 4S's sales could cannibalize this one. Now, I know they're very different in terms of the gameplay style they're putting out there, but there is a huge overlap between the Story of Seasons fans and the Rune Factory fans, so I can't see it coming out this year, because also XSEED has other games coming out like Sakuna of Rice and Ruin, which is another farming type action game, so it'll be pretty interesting to see how XSEED goes about doing this, because if it comes out early next year, it'll have to compete with Animal Crossing, and that becomes even more of a concerning dilemma. So we'll have to wait and see as to when it'll come out. If it comes out this year, I will welcome it in North America, but I'm expecting it to see it probably next year, probably closer to the start of the summer, but I guess we'll find out more as we approach that date. But yeah. Oh, yeah, one more thing I wanted to address is the new character designs in this game. It seems like the character designs have gathered a bit of mixed emotion on whether people love them or like them. I personally love the new art design because it matches the trio of towns and the story of seasons look very well, or the new direction they're going for with the series. I know some people wanted it to be more closer to the original style, but I'm pretty sure they went with this art style because they wanted to stay consistent with the new style they're going for moving forward, and not try to shoehorn in the older style and mix with the new one. I feel like this new style is a best of both worlds. We still don't know what the soundtrack will be like. It seems like there is a new composer on this game. Apparently they are very much aware of the shoes they'll have to be filling from the previous game, but it'll be interesting to see nonetheless. I know I just went on like 3 tangents while trying to end this video, so I apologize for that. So yeah, let me know if you guys have any questions about this remake down in the comment section below. I would love to hear from you on this. Also like to know if you're excited about this remake as well. I know I am. I plan to review, let's play it, and cover more news about it as it drops. Only as a major news, I'm not gonna make a video on every little thing that pops up about the game, but I will be doing videos on all the major stuff about this game. So yeah, if you're new to my channel, finding out for the first time through this video, hey, be sure to subscribe for future reviews, commentaries, let's plays, and more, and continued coverage of, well, like Ruin Factory and Story of Seasons Friends of Mineral Town. Kind of great to finally see that name out in the lights. Also, I'd like to thank all of my patrons on Patreon and my YouTube members for making today's video possible. And if you want to keep up with what I'm doing, be sure to follow me on Twitter and check out my Discord. All the links you need to see will be down in the description below, and the join button's right next to the subscribe button for anyone who's interested. And as always, everyone, thanks for watching.